Ooh, Fredo.
Hey, yeah, I'm back into the barricade. What I'm doing, counting up money from this year I made. Last year was a different story, but this year I'm paid. Just do 6:30 in the club, I let it ricochet. Extreme rules ain't enough, I put him in a cage. Now it ain't nowhere to hide, you about to catch this fade. Hey, if rap was wrestling, I'm in the Hall of Fame. Playing games, better acknowledge me like I'm Roman Reigns. Hey, but you can't see me though. Took a break, now the final boss back with the demon flow. The innovator, I just do the stuff that they ain't seen. I'm like the Undertaker, a tombstone to put you where you need to go. A match against me and Dog out for showstopper. I'm in the booth with sweet chair music, I'm the showstopper. Like the Midnight Express, I'm on the road rock. They screaming no mas, I'm old mas, dog, I'm a whole problem. You got the money in the bank, I need the whole profit. Running through my ops like Goldberg, like who gon' stop him? Looking at the clock, it's 3:16, I'ma go spot. And I'ma open up a can of whoop ass like Stone Cold drop. You beating us, the squad like 3D when we teaming up. I got the longest title reign, a real rapper, they know.
So look, get up for her, we should get the movement down here. Come on.
Yo, what's happening, gang? Yes, sir. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all know where y'all at, bro. It's that Wrestling and Chill Monday Night Raw review. Now, we appreciate everyone for joining us like we do every single week. Now, tonight's Raw, pretty dope. Like I said, ever since they've been going like 2.5 or 3 hours, they ain't been a bad match. And tonight is the same. Every single match was a banger. This is my opinion. I got 2 other people with really good opinions. I'm glad Boss Man out here because his opinion don't count. But I'm glad y'all here. You know what I mean? To tell me y'all opinions. You know what I mean? So with that being said, Rolly, I'm gonna ask you, man, what would you give Raw tonight out of a 1 out of 5 stars?
Raw tonight was a 4.5. Close to a 5-star, but what happened at the end of Raw and how they cut it off quickly and then let it finish out, that kind of made it not a 5-star show for me. But it was still a good show. Loved it.
Cool. Miss Kayla K-Fade, tell me something, girl. 1 out of 5.
I'm gonna give it a 4.2. I really enjoyed tonight's Raw. I think so far out of all the Raws on Netflix, with the exception of Premiere, this probably was the better of the shows for sure.
For sure. I agree. I was going to give it like a 4.4 around that area. You know what I mean? It was pretty fire tonight. Like I said, the matches were so good. They just kept everything up. Now, there was a couple of storylines that we still haven't hit yet that I really hope they say something about, you know what I mean, or do something. Or maybe, like I said, we got this transfer pool, so some people maybe end up on a different show. So, we'll see about that. But either way it goes, like I said, tonight's Raw was pretty jam-packed. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. Our first segment of the night. Y'all already know what it is. That boy Jey Uso came out on fire. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's just me, Uso. Y'all already know what it is. He came through the crowd, shook everybody's hand, had the little kid doing it right beside him, you know what I mean? Had the whole crowd rocking as he usually does. Now, it seemed like he was about to talk and say something, and all of a sudden he looked at the crowd. He said, "Don't you know what I mean? Got right back cracking. He did that for about a good it felt like about 10 minutes straight. Had the crowd doing it like literally the whole time. This is insane. To have be that over, so it don't matter how much you do it. The last person I seen do something like that for that long was Seth Rollins when he had just won the World Heavyweight title, when everybody was singing his theme song about 5 or 10 minutes straight. That's the only person. But this is actual movement with it. They're not stopping. So, like I said, shout out to Jey Uso, man. I'm really glad that he won the Royal Rumble. Now, upon his celebration, he got interrupted by the ring general Gunther. All right? Gunther came down there and tore that boy down, pretty much. And really didn't have no reason to, other than he don't like him. That's what you call a hater right there. Jay ain't said nothing about, insulting him or he ain't a good champion or none of that. He just said if he go to WrestleMania, when he gets to WrestleMania, he's leaving as champion. Gunther took that personal. Gunther one of those people like, I'm putting in basketball terms. You guard somebody and you ain't said nothing to him. Let's say you get a block. And they say, oh, that's how we doing it? That's what it is? I bet. Whoa, buddy, calm down. That's Gunther right there. Gunther came down and told Jey Uso down. Gave him power bombs. Officials tried to stop him, gave him that good one, and he was laid out. Jey Uso grabbed the mic and said, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but Gunther, it's going to mean you at WrestleMania. And I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to be Gunther. That's where his story is at. If he would have went with Cody, don't get me wrong, that's two big names, but it's no story at all. So I'm glad personally that he went with Gunther. So with that being said, that's our main event. Well, probably night one's main event for WrestleMania. Hey, we never know. That story could be big enough and get more so over to where it may mess around and be night two. We never really know. But there is a main event. It's gonna be Jey Uso versus Gunther. I really hope they let Jey win this time. If they don't, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, back to Jey can't win the main event. Uso, they be tearing that boy down. So, with that being said, Rolly, can you give me your opinion on this? Did you like the whole segment and everything and what happened the first one? Did you like it? And did you like his actual choice?
Yeah, I liked the segment. Yeah, I liked his choice also because we all knew it was going to be Gunther. And I was just waiting for him to say it. Like, they were teasing other matches, but I knew Gunther versus Jey. And I'm glad we're getting that. And not only that, but I'm also glad that Gunther's doing what I said he should do, which is beat the hell out of Jey every time, every chance he gets leading up to WrestleMania. Make him be that bully of a heel that just wants to, make Jey feel like he can't beat him at all. And have Jey down on his luck to make his win at WrestleMania even more larger, more bigger, more meaningful. So I'm glad we're getting that. I ain't got much to say about this. I like the little yeet thingy thing. He does that every time. Like, the crowd asks for an encore. That's how you know that he's so over. Like, asking for an encore every night that he's came out literally since he's won the Royal Rumble is insane. Like, he's just showing that. I don't know why everybody's having this, just talking horribly about me and my win at the Royal Rumble when saying I'm not as over as I actually am. Like, it's insane to think that when you see this. Just look at what's happened tonight. Look at that entrance tonight. That should tell you how over Jey Uso is. So, yeah, looking forward to the match and looking forward to his eventual win against Gunther, because I honestly think he's taking that belt.
I personally kind of do think he's taking it as well. I'm just not 100% sure. Only because, what's up, CNS podcast? Our boy Wolf. What's up now? But only because, the only reason it got me a little bit doubtful is because of Gunther's winning percentage. He's already lost between this last WrestleMania and this coming up WrestleMania. He lost to Sammy and then he lost to Cody. Gunther don't lose. Gunther pretty much, he usually lose once a year.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Once a year. I'm talking including house shows. Once a year. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why it got me kind of skeptical. Having Gunther start off 1 and 2 at WrestleMania, he had that triple threat match that he won for the Intercontinental title. And then he lost last year to Sammy. Then he's gonna lose this year to Jey too. I don't know.
I don't think
I don't know.
I don't think his world title reign is going to be that long, like how his Intercontinental Championship one was. I don't think it's going to reach that level. I honestly think Jey's taking it just because you got to strike while the iron's hot. Jey is hot as he'll ever be right now. Like, I don't think he'll be as hot after WrestleMania, especially if he loses to Gunther. That's going to deflate, bro. It's over. Like, that, he's going to cool down. You might as well strike and give him that World Championship win so he can have that moment. And then, if you want to build Gunther back up, it's easy to do so. It's very easy to do so. Dude is a monster in the ring, and he's, dominant. So as long as you get him back on that winning streak, I feel like they can do it.
Yeah, totally. If they gave the right writing and stuff, they absolutely can. The only problem about, matter of fact, I'll say this afterward. I want to get Kayla's opinion on this. Did you like the choice in the first segment, Ms. Kayla?
I did. Now, of course, it made Gunther look like a certified hater, but from a storytelling perspective, I'm glad that they went this route instead of just having them come out and cut another promo, because I think it does raise interest in the Mania match just a little bit. Because personally, I like Gunther and I do like Jey, but at least initially, prior to their main event match or Saturday night's main event match, I wasn't that interested in seeing them face one another. But this adds a little bit of the fire to their feud in the storyline. So if they continue to move in this direction with promos like this or segments like this, I think it'll really help hype up the anticipation for their match at Mania.
Yeah, definitely. You're muted, Rob.
God damn. All right, yes, but yes, yeah, I totally agree with that. Their story has become more interesting, especially since this will be the third time they go against each other. Initially, Jay Uso was supposed to beat Gunther for the Intercontinental title, like that was written in, and that was supposed to happen. For some reason, they changed it up. I guess to add more or fuel to the Jay and Jimmy feud at that time. You know, Jimmy came out right before Jay got the win and rung the bell or whatnot. That was planned that night. Jay was supposed to win that night, but they changed plans on him. So hey, I wasn't mad at it. But like you said, they got to strike while it's hot. If Jay wins, we've seen it before. Hopefully they learned their lesson. We've seen it to where it's gone bad afterwards. If they lose during this hot streak via LA Knight, you know what I mean? A couple people that wrong would be actually Sammy when he got real high after leaving the bloodline. You don't want to keep on doing that type of thing, you know. And we've seen where it's been extremely successful. A la Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston. Now Kofi Kingston's actual title run wasn't so good, but the actual moment and the journey to it was amazing. And I'm pretty sure they sold plenty of merchandise with that. So like I said, with that being said, yes sir. So with that being said, man, hopefully they get it together and hopefully they do Jay right. I just don't know, man. I don't know. I'd be so iffy on it because they like I said, they have a history of dropping the ball. If Jay, just curiosity, I'm gonna get this out of y'all before we go to the next subject. If Jay does lose, what would be the next thing for him to do? Kelly, you can go first.
Oh, that's something I haven't really thought about. I think it'll be interesting, like I said, for them to put the belt on him, especially with him being as hot as he is, and with him being over, and kids really getting into the the yeet movement, if you will. You're gonna sell a lot of merch if you're more than you're selling right now. But as far as like what the next storyline is, I don't know. Part of me feels like they might loop, Jay and Gunther back around again. Because I mean, Jay or Gunther losing to Jay, I don't think it'll deflate his bill like I originally thought it would. But it kind of makes you look at Gunther like, you lost to Jay, and you're, some may argue he's technically a better wrestler. So it may be. They may try to bring it back around where it's like, okay, well, Gunther tries to redeem himself and get his belt back. That might be the first feud, if you will, if they put the belt on Jay.
Gotcha. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be too bad at all. Rolly, what would you think that would happen afterwards?
If Jay loses to Gunther, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't see a feud for him after. If he loses, like, where do you go with him after that? I don't know. I really don't. Like, I would say, people are going to hate me for this, but I say if he lost after that, because his momentum would be deflated, put him back with his brother. That's what I say. I don't know what you do.
Yeah. I would hope that they wouldn't, but what you're saying does make sense. Cause damn, what else can you do? You know what I mean? You're trying to get they're doing their best to get Jimmy over as a single star, and he's working. He's working. He got people doing no yeet, which is crazy. Cause he's a face, and they got him doing that. But that probably would be the only alternative route. I don't know what else they would be able to do. So yeah, hopefully they get that together, man, and they find something for him. I don't want to lose. I really hope they don't make them lose. But like I said, we gotta be prepared for anything with WWE. We never really know nowadays. So yeah. With that being said, the next subject we had that was the tag team women's match that was up next, right? That was Liv and Raquel versus I'm sorry.
Io and Dakota.
Dakota. Io and Dakota. Yes, damage control. So yes, great match.
Yes.
Great match. Fire. These women have been putting on the show. I was talking stuff about the Raw women's roster, and I wasn't too happy with it. I was saying they need Becky tremendously, but with them pulling on matches like this, hey, Becky can take a couple more weeks off. You know what I mean? Let them girls cook. No matter what I say, I always do acknowledge that most of these girls can wrestle. If they can't do nothing else, they can wrestle their ass off. And that's what they did tonight. They put on the clinic. Damage Control came up with the win, and I felt like they badly needed it. The way they won is how I like. I love the fact that they let Io pin Liv and then have Liv pin Io. God, I don't know if I would have threw my phone or threw it through the TV, but I absolutely would have been in a piss mood for the rest of the night. And like I said, no offense to Liv, I'm just so sick of her beating everybody as if she's a juggernaut that you can't get around. You know what I mean? So I'm glad they won. I'm really, really glad they won. With that being said, nice match. I would give like 4 out of 5. Damn near a 5-star match. Rolly, what you think about this match and everything around?
Match was great. Honestly, it was great. Like, oh my gosh. Liv and Io don't have bad matches. They actually put on a show when they are, having a singles match. But Dakota being added to it, especially her back from her injury after that drop kick from Zoe Starks that took her out. I'm glad to see her back, and she was in her form doing her thing. Love the match. I love that little, that move that Raquel and Liv did. It was like the shatter machine off the, that was shady. It looked like it hurt a lot. And Liv, as tough as she is, she got busted open during this match, and she still kept on rolling. I was like, okay, that's what I like to see. She's tough. They was killing it. They were doing their thing tonight. The whole Raw women's division was snapping, and I loved it. I love to see the great matches. I love to see the great chemistry that they had, and it was a great match. No, nothing wrong here. Great match.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, MTG? Glad you to join us, bro.
MTG.
Yes, ma'am. Now, Miss Kayla, can you tell us your opinion on this match? I'm pretty sure you got strong feelings for it, with it being the women's division.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely was my favorite match of the night, if I'm being honest. And I'm glad that they finally gave them a good match to put on, because just like you said, Rock, the way Triple H has been booking the women's division on Raw, or lack thereof, because it hasn't really been booked that well outside of Rhea and Liv, in my opinion. I didn't have any interest in anyone. Like, they're all great women, they're all great in the ring, but they just weren't being used correctly. And again, especially with Naomi and Bianca, because they're the women's tag team champions right now. I like the fact that they're champions, but because they bounce the tag team titles around so much, I really didn't care about the tag titles or the tag division that much. It's just, the matches were okay, but I just wasn't invested in any of the storytelling. But this match tonight, I was watching it, just chilling casually at first, and then maybe about halfway in, I had to sit up a little bit. I'm like, okay, like y'all put on a clinic, and it was refreshing to see, because it made both teams look really good, especially with Liv and Raquel having a tag team match or a title match coming up. I don't know if they've announced when they're going to do that title match just yet, but it definitely makes me look forward to seeing how that's going to go. So I can't say anything negative about the match. It was great.
You're muted again.
You muted.
I don't know why I keep doing it. I have to press like 3 times for it to get off. But yeah, like I said, I really liked it, man. Like y'all said, man, a really great match. If it wasn't for another match that happened, I would have said this was match of the night. Like, that's how good this match was. It was fire. And hopefully Triple H keeps that going, man. I'm really enjoying everything that he has going with them lately. Especially, like I said, since it's been on Netflix, they've been kicking it up. I like the 2.5 hours, by the way. It gives us a little more time to do more things, but 3 is hard to get by. I see why y'all don't do Friday Night SmackDown. It should be hard to get through. But yeah, that should be hard to get through. But yeah, I like it, man. Hopefully, like I said, they keep on cooking, and they keep doing their thing. So, the next thing that we had, I believe it was the encounter that was Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins came out, right? He had his little interview up top, and they're pretty much just asking him about his predictions and everything with the elimination chamber coming up. So he named the 3 participants in there, and I can say this: I like Seth. Let's get that out the way. I hate his fashion statement to the fullest. Those glasses tonight was making me so mad. I swear to God, I was so pissed off at it. Like I said, every time he take his glasses off, I think his nose coming off with it. I swear to God, he like a clown with that shit, man. I swear, he just need to. I wish he would stop it. I wish he would stop that, but he's not going to. But we love Seth. I do at least. I don't think everybody love him. I stopped it. I stopped what I said. I like Seth, you know. I stopped it. Seth Rollins is great to me. I just really hate his sense of fashion to the fullest. But yeah, he pretty much got interviewed about the elimination chamber, got interrupted by Finn Balor. So next week we're gonna get Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, which is gonna be a pretty good match in my opinion. What do y'all think about this segment? Was it needed? Could y'all win without it? And what do you think about this? Could this be a good rivalry? I think they're probably building up to like a small rivalry with Finn and Seth. You can go, Roland. Oh, okay, Kelly, you go.
Well, like Roland knows, me and Seth don't get along that well. So as far as the segment is concerned, yeah, like as far as the segment concerned, he was annoying me the whole time. Interestingly enough, though, I actually liked the shades. I didn't like the jacket. It just reminded me of aluminum foil, like really fancy aluminum foil is what it looks like. But the glasses weren't as horrible as other things I've seen him wear. So I guess if I'm being nice, that's a little bit of niceness I'll give to Seth. But as far as like him and Finn, I think it was, especially considering Finn's been gone off TV for a minute, it could be a good way to bring him back in. And I kind of do want to see Finn get another shot at Seth, especially considering the history that they have with with him taking the WWE Championship off of him. What was that, back in 2015, 2016, I think? Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that they push Finn this year, man, because he deserves better booking than what they've been giving him lately, especially with the Judgment Day. So hopefully it'll be something good for him.
So supposedly he's scheduled to get a big push in 2025. Finn, he's supposed to get a singles push in 2025. When it will be, I don't know. Who it will be, or if it's for a championship, I don't know that as well. But reportedly, he is supposed to get some type of singles push. So, like you said, hopefully they make good of it, because I really like Finn as well. Rolly, what do you think about this whole thing with Seth and Finn?
Well, what I will say is, I'm glad that they're giving him that push. I did hear that too. I'm glad that if they are giving him that push, they should, because one, he's been getting pinned a lot. So much, bro, like to the point where I feel like now it's just his job to do jobs for everybody and just taking the pin. Like, he needs to be, I guess, rewarded for taking that pin and literally being the one who's putting everybody else over. Because it's insane how, like, years ago we were talking about how great Finn Balor was. Now everybody's calling him Finn Balor. It's insane. But I like the segment. Seth, his outfit choices is crazy. But I don't know. That outfit was cool. The glasses is alright. They were blinging. That's the reason why I liked it. I was like, okay, these glasses, they blinging. I like bling. That's how I like to be dripped out. But the jacket, like Kayla said, aluminum foil, it kind of reminded me of aluminum foil a little bit. But outfit choice aside, I'm glad that Finn definitely gets to get his get back. We stepped away from this Finn Balor and Seth Rollins little feud for a minute. Like, they've had a time to cool off before we got back to them fighting each other again. So I'm glad they gave us some time, because now I'm cool with this match. I'm cool with it, because they do have a history from when Finn Balor literally got injured after that match, after he won the Universal Championship against Seth Rollins at SummerSlam that one year. Like, I'm glad that we continue to go back to this stuff. We're getting somewhat of a storyline. It's cool. And I'm looking forward to the match because I know it's going to be a banger. They never put on bad matches. Seth and Finn, like they said, they tear the house down every time they have a match. So I'm cool with it. It's Elimination Chamber qualifier match. I believe that Seth is winning. I don't want him to win. I would love to see Finn get another shot at the World Championship, but there's a storyline happening here. So we all know Seth is going to Elimination Chamber. He's going to qualify. And it is what it is. It's still going. It's looking like a stacked Elimination Chamber match anyway. So it's going to be like Royal Rumble. If it's a stacked Royal Rumble, it's a stacked Elimination Chamber match. All big names in there. So yeah, I'm good with it. Cool with the segment, and I'm looking forward to the match. In next week? I think they're fighting. Cool with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're gonna go ahead and let them cook with that, man. Hopefully something good comes out of that, man. All right, cool. So we can head on to our next subject. The next thing that we had another women's match. The women opened up kind of hot this morning. I mean, this night. And it was a banger match. Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria for a spot in the Elimination Chamber. Bomb match, banger match, just as good as the first tag team match. I mean, they went back and forth and back and forth. Lyra Valkyria's whole how can I say, her gimmick may be boring and not interesting, at least in my opinion. But her wrestling skills, I can't say enough about it. She can wrestle. She can wrestle her ass off. Her and we all know Bayley can wrestle her ass off. Shout out to them, man. This was a great match. It was a hell of a match. Bayley got the win, of course, as she should. Because Lyra Valkyria already has the Intercontinental title. One thing I'm gonna get about WWE, they always have the mid-carders, like the Intercontinental United States, in some type of World Championship qualifying match or at the Royal Rumble, but you never see them, the world title people, going to try to get the Intercontinental or US title. Like, that's kind of like, they got a title. Keep them away from the other title. You got a lot of other people who can go out there and wrestle. Do that. But hey, I digress. This was a bomb match. Bomb match. Another 4 or 5 star match, however you want to grade it. It was from top to bottom. They tore it down. Bayley got the win. She's going on to Elimination Chamber, and that is great because they gotta have the good names in this Elimination Chamber. And nothing against Lyra Valkyria. She's just not on the level as Bayley. Not yet, at least. She may be one day, but she's not yet. What's up, Big T? Terrence Allen, what's happening, my guy? But yeah. Rolly, what you think about this match and all the implications around it?
I can't be the only one who's kind of creeped out about Punk.
I don't know. Why are you creeped out? That's random.
I was gonna say, why creep you out? But I thought the match was a banger. Lyra and Bayley put on a banger of a match, back and forth. Literally, they were trading false pinfalls. Like, I thought, literally for a second, Lyra was going to beat Bayley. I thought she had Bayley's number, but Bayley continued to kick out. Bayley continued to be resilient and continue to fight back, and it was great. Like, Bayley hitting her with the belly, or Bayley to belly. I thought she was going to beat her right there, but she kicked out. I honestly like when Bayley does the Bayley to belly. I liked that as her finisher. The Rose Plant, it doesn't always look great. People don't always sell it the greatest, so it's like, it's hit and miss when she does it. So I miss the Bayley to belly as her finisher. But Lyra, she was, oh my gosh, like that fisherman suplex. First she did, it was like a, what was that, tornado DDT into a fisherman suplex. Yeah, that was great. And then she did it in the ring again. And after that, I thought it was over. And Bayley still kicked out. It was a great match. Definitely a great match. And it ended the way I wanted it to make them both look strong, which was she got caught up with a roll-up. That was it. A roll-up that basically made her, still look strong. Nobody took basically an L. It was a win-win for both of them. Yes, Bayley's going to the Elimination Chamber, but Lyra shouldn't feel upset. She's the Intercontinental Champion. You have other matches. You got a belt right now. Bayley doesn't, so you shouldn't feel upset. But yeah, great match. Women snapped tonight. That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna say this. I don't like the Bayley to belly, and I don't like the Rose Plant either. Didn't like that one on. As great as a wrestler as she is, it's Bailey. I feel like she should come with a more impactful move. I know that what that role playing is supposed to do, you can't really sell it right. Even if you try to sell it like get on top of your head and sell it hard, you can tell that you do it and not what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like she would have been better off like putting her knee on their head and like going down or something.
Yeah,
you know
because
what I mean?
all she's doing is literally pushing your head down, basically. She's like that.
She's damn near pushing. She's down there just flipping your arm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you gotta like sell it as much as possible. I don't like it at all. And the Bailey to Bailey should be a signature move. It should be like a momentum.
Yeah, I just like it because it's iconic. She hit Sasha with it, and Sasha sold it amazing, which made it a little more devastating. So I was like, okay, that's the reason why I like it. There's so much so much history behind the move. So, yeah.
I feel you on that, Miss Kayla. Y'all 2 for 2 tonight. What's up? Let me know something.
Yeah, you know what? I actually enjoyed the women's or Bailey's match with Lyra. Lyra looked great. They both did. I don't want to sound like a hater, but I'm gonna agree with what you said, Rock. I'm just not interested in Lyra, and I want to be, but being that she's the women's intercontinental champion, I just wish they would give her more of a build or at least a storyline with that belt now that she has it. Because again, I just feel like they create these belts and it's great for the women's division, you know, to have another belt to fight for, but it ends up looking like a prop when you just give it to them and they don't do anything with it. So the match was great. I can't say anything negative about the match. They both looked really good. I almost got a little irritated because I was hoping that Ivy Nile maybe got involved just so it could kind of build on her eliminating Lyra at Royal Rumble. I know they had a segment in the back a little later, so I guess it kind of made up for that. But I just want to see more of a build around Lyra as women's intercontinental champion. Whenever they can figure something out with that, then maybe I'll be a bit more on board with Lyra. But until then, I mean, like I said, she puts on great matches. I can't take that away from her. But I'm just not interested in her as a character.
Yeah, the character trash. I'm not hating. You don't hear nothing when she come out. They got woo like 3 or 4 times for people to start doing the woo. You know, that was cool. They got to realize their demographic. I don't think they fully realize that just because someone pops on NXT doesn't mean it's gonna pop everywhere else. They see them people every single week in the same spot, and then it's a significantly smaller crowd. So of course they're gonna get their momentum build up there. That's fun to do a little woo right there where everybody's there. But you can clearly see that Lyra was not an exciting person as far as her gimmick or something before you even brought her up. You feel what I'm saying? And I think they really don't want her to be one of those characters that they bring up and let go. That's why they're pushing her like they are. But I don't know. Sometimes it's like you just can't force it. You know what I mean? Certain people you don't have to force. I feel like if they would have killed Dijak, they wouldn't have had to force him. I feel like if Bear Davenport would have got a good pop eventually. You know, of course not yet. She would have because they weren't doing anything just yet with her. But her natural character would have gotten over. They're forcing Lyra, and it's not her. It's not. It's not right on her part. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna make people resist her. Me, I'm resisting her hard because I'm like, get this shit off my TV. I swear to God. But then you see her wrestle. And you're like, all right, cool. I guess. Let me share.
Because even in the beginning, like when she first came on to Raw, like when they seemed like they were gonna give her a bit of a push, I'm like, okay, I had a little bit of interest in her just because I'm still not back in the NXT yet, so I wasn't really following her there. But then they had her lose to Nia, Queen of the Ring, and they just deflated her push after that. So I'm like, okay, y'all don't care, then shoot, I don't care either. But now you want to stick a belt on her and force her to be interesting. I don't know. Maybe if I just give it some time. I'm a little impatient, but I don't know. They need to do something. She's great in the ring, but I just don't care.
I gave it time. I watched NXT. She shouldn't have beat Becky Lynch. That was fucking ridiculous. in my opinion. They had Becky beat Tiffany Stratton, who had a pretty decent run, and then they had Lyra beat Becky. Like that was absolutely a forced thing because there's no way, and no offense, like I said, no offense to Lyra. I swear to God, I'm not trying to just sound like I'm shitting on her. She's gonna be great, but what y'all doing now is not gonna make her great. That's all. You got anything else to say about her, Roland?
I think if they want to, do something with her character, she already looks kind of dark. Turn her heel.
It wouldn't be bad. They can make dark feathers and a dark wing thing behind her. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Make the music just a little more menacing.
Yeah, without Def Rebel. Don't put no get somebody else to do it. No Def Rebel. Just get rid of them completely. But
get them out of here. But yeah.
Do that, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like one, because she don't have to get over. If she's a heel, she doesn't really have to get over. She just has to have people hate her, which is already pretty much working. So do that,
that's the same
and
thing.
there you go. Yeah.
If they hate you good enough, that's the same thing as getting over.
Yeah.
Over as a face or over.
Everybody says like it's easier to be a heel.
No, it's easier to wrestle as a heel. It's not easier to actually be a heel because it's two ways that they can hate you. The easiest way for someone to hate you is I don't want to see them on the screen. I don't want them. If y'all fire them, I'll be just fine. Now, another way they can hate you. I hate you so much, I got to see somebody beat you up. I got to see you there. I got to see you get what's coming to you. And then I want to keep seeing what's coming to you. Dominic, Logan Paul, you know what I mean? People like that, you want to see them on the TV. That's why we begging for Logan to be on there on a regular basis. We want to see them, but yeah, they're heels. What they doing is asshole, butthole type stuff. You know what I mean? We ain't trying to rock with them, but we know that they're good at what they do. So yeah, thank you for being there. You know what I mean? Lyra, you know what I mean? Her type.
If they give her the right writers, storyline, and actually, try to build her character as a heel, I feel like it could work. It's not the face. The face ain't really working.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. So with that being said, you guys, at this time, we're going to take a moment to take a small little break and give our shout out to our sponsors. Y'all, please follow Miss Reptar. Miss Reptar is part of the FTW podcast. She has Dating with Reptar. Please follow her on all platforms. She's on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. There we go right there. Dating with Reptar. You got any singles or couples questions, conversations that you don't want to talk about or do want to talk about, just go ahead and follow her and see what they are talking about. She has a great following and a great show. Please see what she's talking about. Also, remember, when WrestleMania here on night one, FTW is hosting their own event called FTW Mania. Yes, sir. We're going to be in that thing. We're going to have all kind of indie wrestlers there. We're going to have your favorites, your least favorites. We're going to do it all. Your boy going to be there wrestling. Rolly going to be there, you know what I mean? Mr. Boss Man, he going to be there. I might wrestle him and beat him down. He got to come. I swear, y'all just don't understand. But either way it go, you know what I mean? We all love Boss Man, but I need to super kick him. Anyways, if y'all want to be there, please be there. It's going to be very exciting after night one of WrestleMania. We're hosting our own watch party, by the way. Then we're having our event right afterwards. Y'all want to be there for that. And also, by the way, remember, it is being hosted by one of the great battle rappers of all time, Tay-Rock. Yes, who is a huge wrestling fan and does follow the FTW podcast. Now, with that being said, let's get to these sponsors.
Down M13 through Genesee, I-75 is the home for me. Welcome to Saginaw, Saginaw, Saginaw.
you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, a milestone video, a huge video, one that I was talking about a few videos back, a few new figure pickup videos back. We were talking about this right here. It is none other than episode 50 of New Figure Pickups. It is crazy to think that this YouTube started back up again after so many years of being away. We started back up in June of 2022. Here we are, a little over 2 years later, 50 episodes later of New Figure Pickups. I told you guys it was going to be a good one. It was going to be a big one. We're going to try to make sure that we don't make this
Yes, sir. And we are back. Yes, sir. All right, cool. So now with that being said, the next thing that we had on the agenda for tonight, we had Dominic and I just jumped a little bit ahead. We had AJ Styles come out. AJ Styles finally returned from injury at the Royal Rumble, and we are glad that he did, because you know what also he did? He went back to the original song he had. That You Don't Want None song was trash. I'm glad he went back. I am so happy he went back to it. So AJ Styles come out today. He's pretty much talking how he's officially been put on Raw, transferred from SmackDown to Raw, and this is very interesting because he hasn't ever been a consistent Raw star. He's always been SmackDown. So I'm glad to actually see him. The last time he actually had a match on Raw was the night after him and Seth Rollins had that inaugural, well, not inaugural, because technically the World Heavyweight Championship been around, but when they reintroduced the World Heavyweight Championship, the night afterwards on Raw is when he had his last match that he's had on Raw. He came back 3 months ago on SmackDown, but he injured himself immediately. So he's been gone and now he's back. Thank you, AJ Styles, for coming back. Raw does need you, especially with two or three of the top names going to SmackDown. This is a good replacement. I'm really, really excited about it. Now, with that being said, during his speech and his welcome back, he got interrupted by, of course, Judgment Day. Not all of them, just Dominic and Carlito. Dominic came out and he pretty much just talked smack to him for no reason. This is another, how can I say, unprovoked thing. But AJ Styles needs a rivalry coming back. I'm pretty sure it's going to be against the Judgment Day, kind of like it was before. They have a small past history with AJ Styles and the Good Brothers beefing with the Judgment Day back when they still had Damian and Rhea. So with that being said, him and Dom, I think that'd be a good little 2 or 3 week rivalry. We're going to get his his boots back wet, get the ball back rolling. They got into a little confrontation. Dom ended up getting hit and getting out the ring. Carlito tried to attack him afterwards and got towed up too. He hit him with that phenomenal elbow and got him on out of there, right? Like I said, I still don't like the way they booked Carlito. Hopefully that changes pretty soon. There were talks about taking him out of the Judgment Day, and I hope they just do it. Just go ahead and do it, because he needs something single. He needs something away from them. I just don't feel like they can make it work at this point. All he can do is just be a comedy relief. So that's it with that. It was, like I said, I liked this segment. I really liked this segment. Dominic can wrestle his ass off, in my opinion. We all know what AJ Styles can do. Rolly, what do you think about this little segment right here?
I thought it was cool. One, I'm so happy, and I thank God that they brought back AJ's original theme. Thank God, because that Def Rebel theme song that You Don't Want None, that's horrible. That's horrible. Scratch it. I don't even want to look back at it. It doesn't exist to me. It never existed. I don't even remember what song he ever had. So I'm glad that we have the original AJ Styles back. The one that showed up at Royal Rumble, literally when he debuted, he showed up at the Royal Rumble with that theme song and had everybody kind of dumbfounded, like, what the heck, who's this? And he comes out and I'm like, you know what? Banger theme, a great way to debut him, and it was cool. And I'm glad to see him back, just because with him saying that it was like a career-ending injury, like he almost couldn't come back. I forgot what injury he even had. I was like, what was about to put him out that long? Or
it was It was something. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was something around the ankle. I think he just means like at his age. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Him having that type of injury at his age, it's kind of hard to just come back and keep on doing it at the same level. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I feel what he was saying.
Okay. Well, yeah, he came back, and I'm glad he's back. He's in great shape, and I guess Dom coming out there to interrupt him. It's cool to see him. I guess feuding with the Judgment Day, like you said, it's a good way to get him back in the motion of things, get him back in the swing of things, and back in the ring. Ready on his way towards WrestleMania. So it's cool to see that. I'm glad that Dom is also getting a chance to work with AJ, because we know how good Dom is. He's going to get that hill. He's going to look great. Yeah, I have no problem with this match at all. If they do get Carlito out of the Judgment Day, I'm glad, and I want to see that happen, because he used to be Intercontinental Champion. Like, Carlito was
United States too.
Yeah, United
United
States.
States champion too.
Yeah, like he was good. Like he was decorated. He had belts. He had accolades. Like, we forgetting to take him serious. Like, he's not just a comedy act. Dude can go in the ring. So it's like, get him out of there and let him be on the mid-card scene, I guess. That's cool. Braun Breaker needs more daggone people to destroy, I guess. But yeah, loved it. Love seeing AJ back. I have no problem with this. It's great.
Miss Kayla, tell us what you think about this.
And it was good to see AJ Styles back, especially with, it being kind of up in the air if he could come back. Interestingly enough, when I was younger, I was not an AJ Styles fan. I think it was just more so I know everyone liked AJ Styles. I'm not really a trend follower. I just wanted to be different to say I disliked him. Never had a legitimate reason to dislike him. But you know what? As far as like just the love of the sport, I mean, you can't argue. AJ Styles is one of the greatest, man. And so having him back is great. Seeing him do like a short little program with Dominic, I think would be cool as well. Because I mean, Dominic has all the heat in the war right now, and AJ is forever over. So I think it'll be a nice switch up of things. We can see some interesting matches, I think, between the two. And as far as Carlito, yeah, I'm kind of just tired of the Judgment Day as a whole. Honestly, I mean, they're hanging on by a thread anyway. I think it's time for them to disband. But I honestly thought they would be moved to SmackDown as far as like the trade was going. Maybe they still will be, because there is rumor they're going to feud with the Wyatt Six. But maybe this will be a nice little rivalry for them to do before they make that move, if that's what they're still going to do. But yeah, I do want to see Carlito do something else. I remember Carlito, like when I was younger, he was a legend. He is a legend now, and he deserves more than just being like comedic relief every week for the Judgment Day.
Absolutely, I completely agree. Carlito was actually one of my favorites growing up. I know he was a mid-card top wrestler, but when he got on the screen, he never missed. Every single match was good. They believed in him so much that his first match, he won the United States title from John Cena. And they ran the whole angle where like John supposedly got stabbed in the club or something like that, which was kind of crazy. But still, they believed in him so much to work with John Cena and get John Cena over as much as he was. So they should believe in him now. They absolutely should. He was still working in the scenes and doing great in the indie scenes before he came. So shout out to Carlito. Like I said, Judgment Day probably does need a break though. It's time. They don't have the fire that they used to at all. Without the original three, Edge, Rhea, and Damian, it's just not as good as it was at all. And it's abundantly clear. Dom is I feel like Dom is carrying that group and the women's division. I don't know how he's doing it. It seems like whenever the women's world title gets involved, Dom is around it somehow. Now it's gonna be the tag title. Dom's gonna be involved somehow. And now with Judgment Day, anything that's getting exciting about it is going through Dom. You see him and Finn getting a little how can I say, animosity towards each other, and everybody want to see Dom snap, pretty much. So shout out to Dom. Shout out to Dominic Mysterio, but they do need to break this up. Hopefully soon. I don't know if it'll be like within like the next maybe WrestleMania. Maybe WrestleMania will be a good time to go ahead and break this up. You know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. Maybe even Elimination Chamber, and they build towards a match with Dom and Finn at WrestleMania or something. Something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, cool. So the next thing that we had on the agenda, we had with the tag match, the Viking, the War Warriors or Viking. No, they're not the Viking Raiders no more. War Raiders. They're the War Raiders now. We had the War Raiders versus American Made, or the Creed brothers, pretty much. So Chad Gable was taking a small little break right now, I guess, but he did tell them when he comes back, he wants them to have had the Intercontinental title or the Women's Intercontinental title and the tag titles under their reign. So they went for the tag titles tonight. Y'all, another fire match. Banger. You know, Eric from Viking Raiders. This match, I don't know, he must have had that Jordan secret sauce, because that boy went out there and performed. I've seen him have good matches for sure, but tonight it just felt like he was just going back to back with, you know what I mean, big moves, big power moves, you know, doing little, you know, good little wrestling moves here and there. Like he at first he was like, everything went through him at first, and I liked it. I like him getting his shine. Cause me personally, I was just like, Ivar kind of overshadows him. And you know, I still think that, but if he does what he do tonight, every night, he can absolutely change my mind on that. He can change my perception tremendously. The War Raiders did win this match, but it was not the lack of effort. I tell you that they had their hands full. Now they won by disqualification. Supposedly American Made got very frustrated, and Jordan pretty much grabbed the title and hit Ivar in the head with it. So forget this. Let's get this out of here. So that's going to set up a rivalry for them to keep on feuding for the tag titles, and I like it. We all know the Creed brothers can go. I actually kind of want them to win, because I don't think, and no offense to War Raiders, I just don't think they were over enough to be tag champs or have a long tag run. Of course, have great matches. They're going to do that, and especially after tonight, I know they're going to do that. But I just don't think their characters were built up enough coming back from their injuries to actually win the title and make the title seem important. But they got them, and they put on hell of a matches, and tonight was no exception. I really liked it. Kayla, can you tell me what you think about this match and everything around it?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the match. The War Raiders never fail to put on a show, especially like in Atlanta. Like, you know, I know what JD ended up getting injured that night, which, you know, that spot was crazy. But the match as a whole was great. So the War Raiders, anytime you put a team against them, it's going to be a great match. And I get that, you know, the way the match ended with them attacking the War Raiders with the tag title, that's going to build the heat, you know, between the two. But I don't know how happy Chad Gable is going to be when he comes back, considering that he said when he comes back, he wanted them to already have gold under their belt. So you just kind of shot yourself in the foot a little bit. You know, you went out there, you already had your title match. You could have just, you know, finished the match out, either you win or you lose, but you kind of forced the loss on yourself there. So I don't know. I feel like it would be interesting when Chad comes back if he kind of reprimands them a little bit for that. But overall, enjoyed the match. I do like the Creed brothers. They're still growing on me a little bit. I mainly like Chad Gable more than I do them and Ivy, but I like them together as a unit. And I do want to see more for them. So hopefully at some point they do put the tag titles on them. And hopefully maybe even put the Women's Intercontinental Championship on Ivy. So I think that'd be interesting to see as well.
Cool. I agree with that. That would be dope to see. then maybe Chad can go back for that Intercontinental title that he wants so covenantly that he never really got. Rolly, what's your opinion on this match and everything around it, brother?
I wanted to see the Creeds win the belt tonight. I was upset that they didn't win, and especially that cop out, we're going to hit them over the head and disqualify ourselves. That was so stupid. So stupid. I was like, oh, bro, you kidding me? I was like, this match was a banger. They were banging. It was going back and forth. I would have been fine if it was like, I wanted to see y'all win. I was hoping that y'all were going to win. And it's crazy because they wasn't even getting beat down like that. I was like, are you kidding me? You really y'all just messed your opportunity up like that, just like that. Oh, we're going to hit them over the head with the belts and disqualify ourselves. Well, how is that getting y'all the tag team championships? Like Kayla said, Gable literally said he wants to see y'all as tag team champions. This was y'all moment, and y'all squandered it by doing that. It made no sense. No sense. I thought it was stupid, but it was a banger of a match. Straight up banger. I liked it all the way up until that point. And I would love to see Ivy as Intercontinental or Women's Intercontinental Champion. I would love to see the Creeds as tag team champions and Gable getting the belt. Also, I want to see the whole team succeed because, like I said, they're like Kurt Angle's world's greatest tag team, but with a woman. And I love that. Like, we need that. I want to see that. So, honestly, like I said, great match. Just didn't like the ending. I felt like the ending was stupid, but hey, it's Triple H's booking. That's the way they wanted to book it. I'm gonna just let them cook.
Unfortunately, we ain't got no choice but to let them cook. I tell you what, they need to hire me as a writer. Yeah, please hire me as a writer. I ain't even gotta be there. I've seen enough. Just send me the script, what y'all got going right now, and I'll, modify it a little bit. And I'll even write. I guarantee I can write 3 shows right now. Just tell me the direction y'all want to go in. I can write 3 complete shows right now. On my mama. On Lynn and them, I can do that. But yeah. But we're gonna see what happens, man. We're gonna go ahead and let them cook like we always do, and we're gonna enjoy it. Hopefully, I don't know. We don't always enjoy it, and always enjoyable, but we're gonna keep it and hope that they do right by the Creed brothers. So, the next thing that we had on the agenda, we had CM Punk. CM Punk came out and gave us a little. He had a small little promo. Oh, hold on, I'm forgetting somebody. I'm forgetting the New Day. They had a small little segment tonight too, didn't they?
I didn't see them.
They did. I saw it on Instagram, but I didn't catch it on TV.
Yeah, they take the thing that I don't see. I guess everybody else sees. Maybe since you have
I saw it on TV, but it was very short. Like it wasn't. It was probably like a minute, if that, 60 seconds for real. We ain't gotta talk about it.
I didn't see it at all.
Yeah, I didn't see it on TV. I just happened to see it on Instagram. I'm like, wait, where was I at? Because I'm sitting in front of the TV.
Yeah, that must have been an exclusive because that's where it was not on TV.
I saw it only because I was doing things as well, and I had my headphones in, so I heard them when that happened. You know what I mean? So I knew they did pop up on TV. I just was doing things, so I wasn't 100% sure exactly everything they said. But I'm pretty sure it's just the regular hill stuff. We're better than you. You guys suck. We can't hardly talk. Let's get out of here type of thing. Very, very quick. So, with that being said, the real thing that we had next was CM Punk. CM Punk came out and cut a promo. He's pretty much talking about how he's going to win the Elimination Chamber. He don't care who's in it. He's guaranteeing victory, but last time he guaranteed victory and got to talking stuff, Logan Paul threw his ass over the damn top rope. So, hey, I like CM Punk. I hope he does get another world title win because I don't know if we've seen CM Punk with the world title as a face. I don't know if we've seen it. I mean, he had the ECW world title as a face, but I don't know if we count that. I do, but a lot of people don't. But if you do count his regular world title wins, like WWE World Heavyweight, he's always been heel. So as a face, it'll be very, very interesting because we know he can cut promos and we know that he can hold himself in the ring pretty decently. You know what I mean? So it'll be nice to see it. It would definitely not. I'm just not 100% sure if it will happen at this point of his career because no offense to Punk, but he's in better shape, but he's still older. And sometimes I can tell. He's older in the ring. So we'll just have to see how that goes. He like I said, he came out guaranteeing victory at the Elimination Chamber. While doing this, he called out John Cena. Said, John Cena, I know you're in there. Everybody else got to work their ass off to get in, and you just said you'll go in. I'm not even that mad no more because you've done a lot and you worked your ass off these years. But I worked my ass off to get in this match. So when you get there, I'm whooping your ass. I'm tearing you down. You specifically. He didn't say I'm gonna beat everybody ass. He said, I'm gonna beat your ass. He pretty much saying, you got me fucked up. I'm gonna beat your ass, John Cena. I can't, you know what I mean? And they have past history, we all know it. They have a tremendous amount of respect for each other, by the way. A tremendous amount. So much to what CM Punk does his moves in the match sometimes. You know, with the 5 moves of doom with the shoulders and the reverse power sit out slam with the cancer. He does that every once in a while. It's kind of cool to see. But still though, they're still competitors and they still have a long history against each other. So of course he's like, yeah, you in the match, I'm gonna beat your ass. Come on with it. So I like this seeing that CM Punk got interrupted by Logan Paul. Logan Paul people came out and said what I just said a while ago. You talking all this shit. Got to run in your mouth talking about you ain't telling KO. I've never lost to Logan Paul, and I threw your old dusty ass over the damn rope. You know what I mean? Watch your mouth, pretty much. I got a homeboy that pretty much says stuff when you talk trash to him. He gets kind of amped up. It don't matter if you're shooting trash in a trash can. He gets mad. You talk to him, and his favorite saying is, "It's your mouth," and that kind of what reminded me. It's your mouth. Run in your mouth. I threw you over the next damn day. So Punk pretty much got a little I ain't gonna say he got mad about that, but he, you know, it's trash talk. So of course he took it a little personal. So with that being said, CM Punk said, well, if you get past Rey Mysterio tonight, then I'm gonna beat your ass at Elimination Chamber 2. So we'll see what happens with that. This was a pretty good segment to start off before the actual match. Let's talk about that right quick, Rolly. What you think about that actual little segment before the match?
Thought it was cool. Like I said, CM Punk does no wrong on the microphone. Every time they hand him a mic, he's gonna cook, and that's exactly what he did. He cooked. He cooked John Cena for literally saying that he was I'm just going into the Elimination Chamber. I feel like I'm obligated. In this point in my career, I've earned the right to enter the Elimination Chamber without qualifying. I'm like, ain't that some shit? But then again, I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you either, John. You earned the right. For how long you've been here and how many accolades you have, they call you the GOAT. You got it, brother. Go ahead. So I understand. But him telling CM Punk that CM Punk telling him that, you know, I'm still going to beat your ass. Like, I don't like you're going to be. I'm glad that you're entering the Elimination Chamber, but I'm going to beat your ass personally and pin you and go on to WrestleMania. He also talked about Drew McIntyre. He said that Drew McIntyre literally ducking him. He moved over to SmackDown because he doesn't want to be, he's scared of CM Punk, basically. I'm like, okay, wow. And then he said he doesn't even want to name Seth Rollins, but because he doesn't want to give him that, I guess, that time. So, but he still named him anyway. But it was, he cooked all of them, basically all of them. And he didn't mention Logan Paul was funny. And he literally said, he's like, honestly, like when Logan came out, he's like, honestly, I forgot you were even in the match. And then when his music hit, he was like, who's that? He was like, oh, this music doesn't even seem familiar. And then Pat McAfee on commentary literally said, that seems to be the thing, or it seems to be the thing with everybody's music. I'm like, they're just throwing shots at Def Rebel. Might as well just get rid of them completely.
It literally is. And I agree with him completely. They'll start off with something a little hot, and then they go into like a small little rap rock thing immediately. And I was like, yeah, he's right. It's the same thing.
Yeah, like, just, I don't know. They need to figure out that theme music situation here, like, honestly. But the segment was great. Logan Paul coming out there and literally talking about, I had your number at War Rumble. I had your number. I threw you over the top rope. And Punk literally said, okay, yeah, you had my number. And if, I want to see you qualify to an Elimination Chamber match, but you got to get past Rey Mysterio. And once you get past Rey Mysterio, once you get past Rey Mysterio, I'm going to meet you in Toronto and put you to sleep. I'm like, well, there we go. And I can't wait to see it. Honestly, you got a receipt coming. and I want to see it. I want to see it so bad. So I'm hoping that he qualifies. But yeah, great segment leading into the next match, which was Logan Paul versus Ray. And I ain't got nothing to say. Let's just see what's about to happen.
Anybody ever tell you taller you from Louisiana?
No.
Ain't nothing against it. The way you say cook kills me, bro. But yeah, Miss Kayla, can you tell me everything that you think about this first little segment before the match actually started?
Yeah, Rolly pretty much recapped everything perfectly. But and granted, no shade to Punk. But I'm gonna sound like Drew because I like calling Punk by his government name. So I like calling him Phil. But I love Phil. Anytime he comes out and he gets on the mic, it's gold. So listening to him, even Cook John was nice. You know, the childhood version of me wouldn't have cared for that as much because I love Johnson as a kid. But hearing it now, especially knowing the history between the two, I can't wait to see them lock up in Elimination Chamber. Can't wait to see Punk hopefully get his revenge against Logan Paul. I don't really have anything nice to say about Logan Paul, so I'm not going to say too much there. But overall, yeah, great promo. Love any time that Phil Punk is on the mic. I really enjoyed listening to him just cook anyone, especially.
He absolutely does. He absolutely does cook. Phil's gonna cook. You got me calling him Phil. CM Punk's gonna cook. He gonna cook for sure. I actually have a CM Punk shirt. I got like 3 or 4 wrestling shirts. I need to get more. But CM Punk is absolutely, he's a top 3 mic person in my opinion. Like damn near all the time. He don't miss on the mic. He may mess around or every once in a while get in the match and mess something up here and there. But overall, my skills, ain't nobody touching me. Gonna cook it. Gonna cook it. They told me to get out there and get on the mic with Paul. Say that again. Say that again, Kayla.
I said ain't nobody touching him. It's him and Cena.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. It's top tier mic work, and telling you from someone who cuts promos regularly on indie basis, it's not as easy as it seems. It's definitely not as easy as it seems. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. So after this little confrontation or exchange of word between them, we had an actual match, the Elimination Chamber qualifying match that was been advertised all week. It was Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. This is a rematch from last SummerSlam when Logan Paul first won the championship, the United States champion last year SummerSlam at least. The United States. Hold on.
That wasn't SummerSlam. It was they was in Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Clash of Champions. Crown Jewel.
Yeah, I think it was Crown Jewel.
No. Sure? Crown Jewel was so the same night. No. It may have been. I don't know. It was a Saudi Arabia event though.
Maybe it was Clash. Night of
Champion.
It might have been Clash of Champions, I think. Maybe. I don't freaking know.
It was Saudi Arabia, though. You're absolutely right. I kept saying SummerSlam, and that was wrong. Yes.
The titles are just weird to me. It's either Clash of Champions, Night of Champions, Crown Jewel, one of the 3. Who knows? It
was somewhere over there in the sands, and I ain't saying they just got sands and stuff. Please don't attack me for that, y'all. But no, over there, overseas in Saudi Arabia, they did go out for this, and it was a great match then too. Very, very great match. And this tonight, another great match. I kind of think it was match of the night only because it was so action-packed between these two, and it kind of brought a different style to Logan Paul. Logan Paul did a lot of ground and pound this time, a lot of power moves, a lot of keeping Ray down, and then he would sometimes go into the quick moves and whatnot. He had that line assault where he went like 20 feet in the air up the second row. You know what I mean? So it showed versatility to Logan Paul, and this is one of the reasons why we want him to be full time. Like you say, you're gonna be full time. Be full time because you are an amazing wrestler, and the only way that you get better at anything, especially wrestling, is repetition. You have to keep on coming and keep on doing this over and over and over, and then you will be better. And then you hone your craft. Because to be honest, as a wrestler, I saw two spots that were messed up. You couldn't really tell too much, but there were two spots that were a little messed up that Rey Mysterio had to fix very quickly before anybody could even tell. But it was still a great match. Great match. I really liked it. I was extremely entertained. I did not know who was going to win. I kind of thought beforehand it was going to be Logan, and Logan was the one that picked up the win. The main thing I liked about it, he didn't win dirty. It was actually a clean win over Rey Mysterio. That should do a lot for his actual build-up as a single star. Rey Mysterio is a legend, and we all know that after Rey Mysterio was in my top 10 overall. At one point, Rey Mysterio was my favorite wrestler. So shout out to Rey, still doing his thing at his age. I'm really excited, and I'm really not ready for him to retire, but I know it's gonna come eventually. But yeah. Shout out to him. Great match. Match of the night, in my opinion. I give it a 4.8. Damn, because it was, like I said, it was action packed, and the only thing that could have been better if it would have lasted maybe just a little bit longer, but it wasn't no short match. You know what I mean? Miss Kayla, can you tell me everything you think about this match and the outcome?
Yeah, I know I said earlier I couldn't say nothing nice about Logan Paul, but I give credit where credit is due. He is very entertaining in the ring, and he's picked up on the skill very quickly. So he's enjoyable to watch. And of course, with him being just who he is, he naturally gets heat. So just his presence alone is captivating in its own way. I enjoyed the match. Of course, going into it, I didn't see Ray winning the match anyway. I figured it was going to be Logan Paul, but still, again, it was a very enjoyable match. And I don't know if his finisher has a name yet. If he does, you guys can let me know. But I really did enjoy the finisher that he uses. That was cool to see. Pulverizing.
They call it the pulverizer.
Okay, I'll give him that. I liked his finisher a lot, and like I said, even though I don't care for him as a person, I still enjoy him in the ring, and I enjoyed the match.
Yeah, very, very dope. They're very dope. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Very dope finisher. It has to go. I guess he's gonna use that punch that was his finisher as a setup move now, which is excuse me. That's great. That's great. That's actually great. For everyone don't know, he supposedly has a metal steel rod in his hand. So he used to use that, his left hand, as a finisher knockout. But now just using that as a setup, I'm not mad at that. That was actually a dope way to go into that actual finisher. Like I said, it was a clean finish. Rolly, what you think about everything?
I thought the match was great. Literally great. I thought Logan Paul, just amazing in the ring, getting better every time we see him. Literally better every time we see him. He continues to put on a show, and like Kayla said, he's the person he is naturally. He's going to get that heat, automatically. And what made it even more crazy is that his theme song is literally him saying the person saying I'm humble. Logan is the furthest thing from humble. He is not humble at all. If he can brag, he'll brag about anything he has, and money, cars, anything. Logan will brag about it. So that was just ironic saying that I'm humble. It ain't humble. But great match. Ray looked great. Still, like I said, it amazes me how he's still able to do what he does at his age. The hurricanranas, the everything, just amazing. The way he slid out the ring and literally landed on a splash onto Logan Paul. I was like, it's just amazing. Like, bro, you're this age and you're still killing it. Like you just debuted on SmackDown. Like when you debuted on SmackDown years ago, like insane. But Logan's finisher, bro, when I seen that, I was like, no, he did not. What the freak was that? I'm like, I ain't never seen a move like that. Never. In my existence of wrestling, I've never seen that move done by anybody. I could be wrong. but because I've watched a lot of wrestling, but I could be wrong. I just don't think I've seen that move done at all. And the way he pulled it off, boy, I was like, oh yeah, it's completely over. There's no way Ray's getting up after this. Like, over, dead. Pulverizer? Yeah.
Pulverizer.
Yeah, great move, great ending. Logan winning and getting that heel heat afterwards. He took literally the wind out of the sails of the whole arena. Like, everybody was just kind of lost. Like, wow, Ray lost. But we all knew Ray was going to lose, bro. Logan was going to advance the Elimination Chamber. It was going to happen.
So, ain't going to have another.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was going to happen. So I was expecting Logan to win. I don't know if everybody in the arena was, but I was. And he won. No problem here. Great match. But that post-match ending, I'm so mad that I didn't get to see the whole thing. That's all I got to say. WWE sucks for that. Like, we have a cutoff. They said that, they don't even have a cutoff. They said that they can go for as long as they want to. Exactly. So I was hoping that we were going to see that whole beatdown angle or what was going to happen. No, they just cut it off. So I'm like, okay, so was that a lie? Or did y'all just not want us to see that? I don't know. But still a great show, great ending, great match, great main event to cap off what was a 4.5 show for me.
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up. You can, I guess that's your opinion on it. The fact that they didn't let it go on. For y'all who don't know, after the match, like immediately after the match, Logan walked out, and then New Day came in and started jumping Ray, and that's all we saw. He jumped him for every bit of 5 seconds, then the camera cut off. So I don't know if somebody came to help. I don't know if Ray still fought him off. I don't know if they beat him down. I don't know if they punched through the announce table. They could have broke his neck for all we know. But I guess that's to keep us in suspense of next week, because that is the New Day's first official feud as heel is gonna be with LWO. So I'm guessing they're doing that to set that up. Did you got anything else to say about what happened right then, Rolly?
All I was gonna say is I did see, I think of something on X or on Twitter. I did see a picture of Penta and George Kittle celebrating in the ring. So I don't know if he came out to help Ray and they just didn't show us, and that's why on the internet. I don't know, which I'm hoping they didn't, because that's the boy that we try to keep him from LWO and they pulled him in. I'm hoping they didn't pull him in, but who knows? We didn't see it. I'm hoping that didn't happen.
Taylor, go before I lose my mind about this LWO match.
As far as I know, Kittle and Penta, Kittle's just a big Penta fan, so we're just gonna assume that they just took a picture together, and that's all it was. Penta didn't have nothing to do with the finish. He just taking pictures with people that love him. That's it.
Amount of alcohol.
Amount of alcohol.
Yeah, I just don't understand how frustrated I am with them pushing together all the Hispanics, all the Asians, all the black people. Look, come on now. Everybody ain't got to go against their same race. You know what I mean? And I understand sometimes it's styles or whatnot. I get that, but Penta talk is good enough to go against anybody. Rey Mysterio does not have to be your initiation into the WWE every time you're Hispanic. You don't have to be. You ain't gotta go through him. You ain't gotta talk to him. We already know each other. Back there in San Diego, I'm not trying to be racist. That's where Rey Mysterio's from.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that y'all met each other then, or on the indie wrestling stuff. Stop. Golly, stop. I guarantee. Look, I bet when shout out to Suplex, he said this too, and it was very funny. Who falls out FTW podcast. This man said, I guarantee when they approached Penta and Ray Phoenix about coming to WWE, they said, you got 2 brands you can be part of. They said, ooh, SmackDown or Raw? They said, nah, Del Fantasma or LWO. Oh man, I just hope they don't do it. Like, I don't get it wrong. Eventually, I know they're gonna work some type of program with each other, but they can hold off on it.
Yeah.
LWO has like 4 stories that originated from them You know what I mean? Or Ray Mysterio himself. Ray's like the Hispanic version of Roman Reigns. He got like 6 stories that originated from him. Anything Del Fantasma does right now, they came from Ray. Anything LWO does came from Ray. Dominic, everything he does come from Ray. You know what I mean? You see how much Dominic is carrying stuff on his shoulders right now. Technically, at the root of that tree is Rey Mysterio. You know what I'm saying? It all comes from Ray. Let that man have a break. Jesus Christ. Dang.
In my opinion, they could disband both of those groups. Honestly, because they're not really doing anything with either of them. It wouldn't be good either for like their singles careers. Cause I don't think that if they don't have nothing for them as a group, they wouldn't have anything for them as single stars. But it's just no one's benefiting the other.
I think Del Fantasma would be fine if they separated. They'll be okay. LWO will not. And I say that. I say that because I know for a fact they are Hakeem and Wild. They I swear to God, they are amazing wrestlers, but everybody can't wrestle with them only because of their language barrier. They do talk English, but I don't think they talk it great enough to go against just anybody. They are one of the reasons why you see them with Hispanic wrestlers a lot. If you recognize that, and if they are in tag matches, a lot of times it's with like 4 or 5 different tags. Like if you're like 3, a triple threat tag, a fatal 4-way tag, it's very easy to hide things when there's a lot of chaos going on in the ring. But when it's just them right there, can now one of them be single stars? Absolutely not. They're gonna wrestle. They're gonna put on some great matches. They're not gonna be entertaining enough on the mic or outside of it to even keep going like that. I remember they had a segment with Street Profits one time, and Bobby Lashley was talking, and they were supposed to say something back. I know they were, and literally right in the middle of when I'm talking, Wild just grabbed the mic and said, "Yeah, this just fight." And Bobby Lashley was trying not to laugh because they were trying to be heels at that point, but he absolutely didn't know what to say. And he just said, "Let's just fight." Pretty much. I saw right then. I said, I see why. I see it now. They ain't got it. They ain't got it. You better keep them attached to Rey Mysterio hip forever if they want to keep a job in WWE. They're gonna let them go if they separate. But what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that one, Raheem, wow, he ain't even Spanish. That boy literally speaks complete English.
Yo, I just found that out yesterday. Like he's what, Filipino?
Yeah. So he's not Ray. Literally, I guess he adopted him into the LWO, and I guess he feels special because he's like, I'm an honorary, Latin American. So I'm like, okay, well, if Ray accepts you, then that's cool. But yeah, he's not Spanish at all or not Latin at all. So he can speak English. I don't know about Raul Mendoza but not Ramon. What's his name? Cruz del Toro. Yeah, Cruz.
It's Raw something.
It's Cruz del Toro. That's what they call him now. Yeah. Yeah. What I know him as was Raul Mendoza in NXT. But yeah, I don't know his language barrier. I think he speaks English too. But they used to be a tag team. Just put them in a tag team picture. They used to be a tag team. They work well as a tag team. You can have them be in the tag team division. Let Ray go on his own. Same thing you could do with Angel and, Humberto. They are already a tag team on their own. You have Santos be by itself. You already got rid of, Elektra Lopez. So it's like, there's no reason for this group to be here no more. I understand. Like, I don't.
Yeah, and they've already separated Selena by putting her on SmackDown.
Exactly. So, and I feel like she's about to be working, honestly, with Andrade again. I feel like that's where that's going. And I'm fine with it because she was the reason why everybody liked Andrade. And kind of, I guess, it was like she was his mouthpiece. He couldn't speak English, so she was the one that was giving him all the matches. Yeah,
he one of the language barrier people. You're right.
Yeah, so it's good. Like, I guess if they're going to do that, then I'm fine with that because it's going to make, I guess, him a lot better because she's going to be the mouthpiece again, and she was great on the mic with him. So I'm cool with that. But that's the way you can break them up. Do that, and it's fine. The teams can be separated, and we don't have to deal with the LWO no more or Legado del Fantasma no more. So that's the way we can do it. But yeah,
I don't know. I agree. I totally agree. But I just feel like LWO will be in the release column if they separate them. Cruz and Wild, they're gonna be gone. They will be out of there. Think about how many times we know they're great wrestlers. Just think about that. Just think about, and y'all just said this man speaks perfect English. So if they're not even on TV with perfect English, and you supposed to be right next to Rey Mysterio, there's a reason. It's something going on there. You know what I mean? So if they separate them, they will be out the door for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts. They probably the next day. They probably run the angle. Oh, Ray and LWO separated. LWO gonna go for the tag titles. They probably lose 2 matches. The next thing you hear, LWO be released. They don't know what happened. Yeah, we saw it coming. We saw it coming. But yeah, I mean, hopefully they do cook with them, man. I'm a fan of them. Me personally, I think they can do more. Oh God, it kind of blows my mind that this man speaks perfect English. I didn't know that. Y'all taught me something.
He did an interview recently on the podcast with somebody else, and I'm like, yo, this dude is speaking like straight up English. He ain't even slurring his words or messing up or even having to pause to get an answer out. He's doing his thing. So I'm like, are we like everybody think he got a language barrier or something? Like he's straight. Dude's fine.
They tell me something. Yeah, they don't fuck with that man, bro. They don't. But hey, it is what it is. We can't all get what we want, and hopefully LWO does find a way to get back on the scene and do better, pretty much. But like we said, they're going to be feuding with the New Day. And the New Day is very easy to work with. Both of them been wrestling 28 years, so it should be just fine. Then work with that, whether it was a language barrier or not. Now that I know that it's not, it better work out. Now that I think about it, it's gonna be Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, and which I'm fine with that because they are a fire tag team. Just stop calling Dragon Lee the next Rey Mysterio. That's a little annoying to me. He's Dragon Lee. Let him be Dragon Lee. All right, it's fine being Dragon Lee. But yeah, hey, don't put Penna with him. I swear to God, don't put Penna with him. Do not fucking put Penna with him. I swear to God. Oh my God. But yeah, hey, I think I feel about that the same way Caleb feels about Seth Rollins. Just stop doing that shit. But yeah, hey. Y'all know what time it is, man. That was our show for tonight. We like to thank Miss Kayla K. Faye for joining us. We like to thank Rolly for joining us. These are our 2 specials who will also be on this show on a regular basis. Thank you, guys. We cannot do it without y'all. Just with the Wrestling and Chill Monday Night Raw review. Tomorrow, we got the NXT review with our boy Rolly down there. Bonafide should be there. Well, Wednesday, we got the AEW review with our boy Lyle Murray. We got the TNA review with our boy MTG Gaming, who always does a great show on there. We got our Friday night Stay Your Ass at Home wrestling review. 3 hours of wrestling. I can't express how hard that is to get by. But yes, that's with me and your boy Bird. Thank you guys for joining us. If there's a PLE, we usually cover it. This Saturday, we are going back to Oklahoma to wrestle again. Thank you guys for supporting us. Please, please, please support us. And remember, we got our FTW Mania coming up. Watch out for that. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys, and you guys have a great night. Be easy like the song say.